Hello, hello, hello. This is Sizwe podcast, and my name is Patricia. I have with me my co-host Agnes.
Hi, Patricia. And guys, we are here again, and every day we have stories for you. You know, Canada is a land of opportunity, and as a result of that, people always come. I came here, Patricia came here, and that plane has never stopped coming. And today we are so privileged to have in our midst Jean-Paul. He will tell us all the other names, you know. And then he is also one of people who have immigrated here, and we all come with our stories. So today we are humbled to have him here to share not all of the stories, but part of the stories that he has gone through as an immigrant. Welcome, Jean.
Thank you so much.
So why Jean-Paul? Tell us more about yourself.
My name is Mutabazi Jean-Paul. I was born in Democratic Republic of Congo. Mm-hmm. And you know, our country, they use two languages. Okay. They use French and Kiswahili.
Oh, so that is the two official languages.
Yes, that's how the people in Congo uses those two languages. So when I was born, my father, he said that today there is a new boy in the family.
Wow.
He has to be called Jean-Paul.
Jean-Paul.
And then Mutabazi.
It's your family name.
That is like my family name. That means like someone who is a helper to others.
Oh.
Who is always there for others. Like he's always helping people.
Wow.
So that's what the names my parents, they gave me when I was born.
I want to pronounce your name, Mutabazi.
Mutabazi. Yes.
Welcome to Sizwe podcast.
Okay, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Patricia.
And John, we know that you are saying you are from Congo.
Yeah, Congo.
Originally born
in Congo.
Yes.
But you were telling me that you grew up in Uganda.
Yeah.
How come you ended up in Uganda?
As you know, there is the problems. There is a conflict taking place in East African countries. Mm-hmm. So we have been facing for the wars for decades, so many years. And then after, that's the story that my parents, they tell me because I was really young. So when the war happened, I was really young. So what happened is that when the war started in my country back home in Democratic Republic of Congo, so we migrated in Uganda as a refugee. So we ran away from the war. Okay. That's why we find ourselves in Uganda as a refugees.
So born in Congo, raised in Uganda.
Yeah. We
want to hear your story about Uganda. How long were you there? What are some of the achievements and challenges? So you have immigrated, your first junction.
Yeah. Yeah. So really life was not easy because like we just left our homeland. Oh. So we have lost everything that we had. You know, when in the war, you're not just planning that the war will happen. So when you are moving, you don't move with anything.
Everything, yeah.
You just
take your
have to
backpack
survive.
And run.
I always, my mom would tell me like he just put me in his back and then he ran away. Like he doesn't put anything like behind, like because of the war.
Yes.
So, but when we came to Uganda, I also appreciate the government of Uganda.
Awesome.
They are nice people. They welcome us.
Yes.
As a refugees. Then really it was really challenges because my country they speak French and Kiswahili, and then Uganda was colonized by British people, so they speak English and they also their local languages. So they have different also tribes in Uganda. So when we reached in the refugee camp, we had so many people.
Wow.
People from Burundi, people from Rwanda, people from whatever the
so
the people
it's a central refugee
camp.
Yeah, because you are not the first person I've heard about being born in Congo, raised in Uganda. I've heard a lot of people, and it's all about because of the war.
It's because of the war. Yeah. So we meet there when we're different people, different countries that have been affected.
That's a melting pot
by the wars. Then when we reach there, like we have to go to school. To go to school was not easier, and then you have to look for something to eat. Sometimes UN provides, but they don't provide enough.
Yes,
and then also you have to integrate the system to know how the language they speak in Uganda, and also to integrate it to schools, because the system, the curriculum that they use in Uganda is different.
Completely
the system
different from
what they use in Congo.
Wow.
So really, it was really challenging. But because I was really young,
Yeah.
so when when you're young,
kids
you always
catch up
like
so fast.
you always already fast. Even those stories, the parents they just tell you, but you just I don't even remember anything. But
you see your family, like your parents,
Yeah.
they were really going through the challenges.
Yes.
Because even here, there are some families that come to my office,
Yeah.
and there's one child that is interpreting
Yeah.
for their father and their mother, because and they all came here.
Yeah.
None of them speak English, but the child catch it so fast.
Yes.
So fast. And then they have become the interpreter for their parents. So
Yes.
I might think that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like within few months,
You were
I was able to speak
running around
English.
playing soccer
I was
every
able to
friends.
speak Uganda. I was able to communicate. Like if you look at me by then, you're
You-
like
you
just
wouldn't
thinking
even know.
someone
Yeah.
is come from Congo. I was born in Uganda, and everyone was asking me, I'm a Ugandan. I'm not a Congolese because
Yeah,
I was
that's the
integrated.
brain for the kids.
Yes.
So now, can you still say you are Congolese? You are more Ugandan than Congolese.
Which of the Congolese language do you know how to speak? Tell me.
Because I left that country, I can hear,
Oh,
but I
okay.
cannot speak.
And your parents who were speaking
Yes,
that
my
one
parents
too.
they speak the language from Democratic Republic of Congo.
Oh, that's very good.
But for me, because where I grew up, I just speak like Luganda, I speak
yeah.
English. But it doesn't mean that I'm not a Congolese. I was born because my parents were born there.
Definitely,
so
yeah.
I'm a Congolese. But I have some, that blood for Uganda is because it's where I grew up.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Yes,
is,
and
yeah.
it's where I started from, primary, and so also I studied from secondary school.
Wow.
So the life was really not easy. I also thank the government of Uganda because when I was in the high school, I was under the leadership of the government of Uganda. They pay me the school fees.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
So they supported
wonderful.
me
Wow.
when I was in Uganda. So after when we came to Uganda. So the life was not easy. I remember I had to go. I started selling milk on the streets of Uganda because we are in the Kampala city. So it was really, really hard because some people, they could go to the camps. Some people, they could
Can
come in
I
the
stay
city.
in the city? Okay.
But then for us, we choose to be in the city
Oh,
because
okay.
it was much
But
easier.
you are registered as a
Refugees
refugee.
from the,
Okay,
in the camp.
that's good.
So I remember that when I was in high school, I started selling milk. Like we could just get a bicycle, then you just get 5 liters, and then you put milk, then you go every door knocking,
Wow.
knocking. Do you need?
That's a businessman.
Yeah.
That's my businessman. Guys, if you just join us, this is Sizwe Podcast. Patricia and I are here today, so privileged to be talking about Jean Paul's story of immigrating from Congo as a child to Uganda. And now we will listen to part of his story of immigrating to Canada. So how old were you when you guys decided to apply to come to Canada?
So I think I was a little bit 11, 12 years old.
Oh, okay.
And then my
Tell
father.
me, 11, 12 years was the time that you were selling milk at every door?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I remember I went to one of the known universities called Makerere University. It's very known in East Africa. So then the student who came to school, so then I could just go knock their doors and say, please, can you buy my milk? So then I could just give them the milk. Then they give me money. I was really sharp. I could just wake up like 2 a.m. in the night.
Going to sell milk?
Yes, then I get where I get the milk. Then I sell them by the sharpest, like 8 a.m. in the morning.
You are going to
I'm
school.
done. Then I go to school.
Wow,
But I was
wow.
having some money, like I was
Which
really a good boy. I was not depending on my parents. Yeah.
At 11, 12.
Yes, 11, 12, yeah.
And that's the time when most boys will be so conscious of themselves they don't want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means you had an entrepreneurship mind in your head.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be a beggar.
You
I always
definitely.
grow up like say I can do it myself.
Oh.
I didn't want to be a beggar. You say okay, if I can be able to sell the milk, I can be able to buy my books, so I don't go and bother my mom, my dad. They are refugee people in Uganda. They don't have anything. Then I say pay school fees, pay the books.
Wow.
It was not easier for them.
And then you find yourself now you are coming to Canada. How old were you when you came to Canada?
When I came to Canada, because we spent almost 6 years in Uganda. So I came to Canada when I was like 18 years old. That's when we came to Canada. It was really good news.
Good
when
news,
they told us, like, you guys, we just came to Canada, even we didn't know that we were coming to Canada, because, they pick. You are like 25,000 people. Then they pick according to anyone his cases.
So it's like a big pool.
Yeah.
When they
it's like
dip
choosing, imagine 25,000, then they're choosing like 10 families or 20 families.
How was the feeling like?
Yeah. I remember that night I didn't sleep.
Oh, I
didn't
can
sleep.
imagine.
I went to the whole village. I'm going to Canada.
I know.
I was really excited. Like,
yes.
I remember even I said, I don't want even to go back to school. I'm going to Canada. Like,
don't bother me. I'm going to Canada.
It's like going to heaven.
It's
As
true.
a Christian, you're waiting in heaven.
Yeah,
So when we came to Canada,
This is
Oh
I just
my
like we were going
God.
to because we could see white people from here coming to Africa.
Yes.
Then we see the way they help us, and they say, well, I'm going where they
I'm going
they
to
belong,
where they
belong. So I was really happy, excited. I remember when they told us, like, they first give you letters, started doing medical checkup, those stuff. Like when I went to my family, so we went there, like where there is an embassy for Canada embassy. So then they give us like food, breakfast, lunch, which you have never seen in our lives.
in a refugee camp. Oh my goodness, I know that feeling.
So that was really a good challenge.
Yeah.
And then after, when we came back, they give us a book for
to
orientation to read how this snowing here, how you have to wear in the winter time, whatever. Then I remember I moved over the village with that book, big book. I'm going to Canada. And that was not even yet, the visa was not even out. It was just orientation.
Guys, if you just join us, this is Sizwe Podcast, and I'm laughing the life of me because I love talking to Jan. It's like you are there in that kind of situation where riding a bicycle to go sell milk to feed the family, and you get that news. I got it, and for me, I started pinching myself. Am I really going to Canada? So is it the whole family or?
Yes, the whole family.
How many were you?
I was like me and daddy and mommy and the uncle. So I'm only son at
You
home.
are the only son.
Yes.
You are pampered. Even your haircut look like that.
So we're really happy to hear that news. Because also for that, we also wait the whole year to get the flight.
But in
the village, everyone knows I'm going to Canada. I could meet the people and they say, well, you didn't go. That's now 1 month. Because we got the flight after 1 year. So we're waiting. Then people started telling me, you say you're going.
Now you stop school, you told everybody.
He says, I'm going to Canada. I said, my heart, I was like, God,
it will
please.
happen. It will happen.
Please, I don't want to be ashamed to
and stay in this place.
You see that's why back home, even when women are pregnant in my country, they don't want you to tell anybody until about 6 to the 7th month when your stomach is showing.
Yes.
These are some of the things. So because
for me, I was excited because when I moved from Canadian embassy, like I thought, like next day you have to go to airport. That's it.
No, it takes a year. Really,
I didn't know that it would take another year waiting for the visa. So when we got the visa,
Hey, how did you look at the visa in the passport?
That day, I asked my father, this is a visa. They give us that paper for OEM.
Yes,
Because you don't have a passport.
The passport, because you're coming as a refugee. They give you that,
So then I asked my father, is it this
is
your
this
visa?
The paper that is going to take us?
We're just dreaming. It's not. My father told me, like, my son, they just called me. They told us we have to prepare. The flight is on the 16th. That's when you're moving. That to asking me now, is it right? Even me, I don't know because I've never traveled. But what I've seen, we just moved from Entebbe, Amsterdam to Edmonton.
That's what
I'm seeing. That's it. Then I say, no, I'm not accepting it.
After 1 year,
I have to go and ask my friend who have traveled. So I went to church. where I was praying from. There are people who have traveled to the States or whatever.
Okay.
I asked them, this is how the visa look like or not? They told me, this is not the way the visa look like. Because for them, they just travel with their passports.
So
now they're seeing the paper for you and
immigration.
They say, no, this is
they
wrong.
nearly killed you.
Then I say, my God. My God. Now my heart just go down. Then I say, okay, I'll accept when I'm in airplane. Not even in airport, because in airport, they can say, go back. When I'm in airplane, when we are going to maybe Istanbul or...
That is when you will be like,
that's when I will see
I'm like,
that I'm going to Canada.
Me in the airplane, guys.
Yeah. So by the time we arrived at the airplane, I was not even accepting it. Because I had so many people telling me this is not the right
papers.
The papers. So, but when we reach there, Amsterdam, that's when I say, wow. We are going. Wherever we reach, we could reach UN people waiting for us.
Yes.
You know, the UN, the people who work in the UN in Uganda,
yes, yeah.
they call Istanbul, UN
the one at
working
Istanbul,
there.
the one at Amsterdam.
They call from here in Canada, how people are coming. Like wherever you go, there's someone who's helping
waiting,
you.
Waiting for you.
Guys.
Then when I see those people, I say, I'm going. I'm not coming back.
Guys, if you just join us, this is Sizwe Podcast. Jean Paul is just giving us his story of immigrating to Canada. And it's fun. I like the way he has crafted the story for us to laugh. And the challenges that all of us go through the first time we get that idea that we are coming to Canada. But he's making it so light. And thank you so much, Jean. Yeah. So, now you arrive in Canada. Which month?
It was around...
I hope it's not December.
It was end of May.
Oh, you are lucky.
May.
You didn't.
You still remember the date.
Hey, that's all you can forget. You cannot. It's like forgetting your date of birth. You cannot.
I love you.
How can you forget the day? The day life was changed.
John, you're so funny. 26th of May, you landed 2016.
I landed in Edmonton.
Oh my goodness, John.
Like I've landed.
Then I say, wow.
It happened.
I say I'll never go back to Africa. When I landed. You know, when our parents have stress, also the kids we get stress.
Oh yeah, when the parents are
I'm telling you the truth, because
stress.
I was not doing so much. My family they were helping me a lot, but I was
you also had your own stress.
I was young, but I was also stressed.
Yes, yeah.
And I say when I'm here in Canada, everything is okay. I'm going to heaven after Canada. There's nothing, like there's no working, there's nothing. I'm gonna sleep, only sleep. The morning getting breakfast.
We'll get breakfast.
And then sleep again. So I didn't know that in Canada there's a problem.
John, let me tell you this story. Last year, when I'm sorry if the family is listening to us, but last year we had a family that also immigrated from Uganda. They were also from Congo.
Yeah.
And then few weeks after they arrived, there was an incident at Belvedere train station when that father was killed. Then this girl came to me. When this girl came to me in the garden, and then we were working, and she said, Miss Agnes, I didn't know there are bad people in Canada. Mm-hmm. Then when she said that, I didn't understand because I haven't watched the news. So when I watched the news, then in my head, I'm like, wow. Then she started saying so many things. Oh, I didn't know that there are people who beg for food in Canada. Mm-hmm. So like how John is saying it, for him coming to Canada, you know, like my daughter.
coming to heaven.
Yeah, going to heaven. My daughter came here when she was 8 years. Yeah. And she thought that when we told them that they were coming to Canada, they thought they were going to paradise. Yeah. Like in a place where there's nobody. Mom is not going to say stop. Mom is not going to beat you. Mom is not going to say you can't touch this. Mm-hmm. And even John, you were 18 years.
Yes.
And he still have that kind of
excitement.
Oh my God.
Like there is none of the problems here in Canada.
It's true.
But after 2 months,
I was even going to ask you should take us through your first few days. But your first few days was fun, right?
Like if you first day was good. I just got a phone.
A phone.
Samsung like this. I said, now this is Canada. Then I remember after 1 week, so we are just near to Rogers' place there. There's
There's a train passing.
Then there's train passing. Then I could go in. I didn't know. I did not see a driver. I did not see anyone. I could just move from the city, from the end Belvedere to the Clearview. No one will say, pay. And I say,
this is fun.
I didn't know that you have even to buy a ticket.
John, you see?
Seriously.
No, listen. If this video doesn't work, you know what you have done. You've made the cameraman smiling so much that
because I could not see the driver, no conductor, no nothing. Then I said, this is free. Yes. I enter, I go to Clearview, then I come back. Belvedere, Churchill. Then the whole day I'm like in the train. Man, I'm
this
in
is
Canada.
Heaven.
So that's why. That's what was really
when did reality check in that you have to pay?
So it's when I was caught by these officers, they caught me.
To check.
They came to check. Then asked me,
where's your ticket?
Say it's free. There's no one who is driving this train. Who is conducting? This is free. So where am I supposed to buy a ticket? I'm not seeing anything. Then they say from now, they give me a ticket for $99. That's when I realize I have to buy a ticket.
You know, the immigration has to do a better job of integrating people. Because
Canada.
you come here, you don't know the rules, you think everything is for free.
And even at his age, at 18 years, that is where a lot of youth get themselves into trouble.
Yeah.
And what's much of trouble to steal a train? Like to steal a whole train with no ticket.
I think I was very excited to saw things which I've never seen in my life.
Yeah, and it is fun.
Then yes, I just moved.
But they never told you that.
But
in
after like I think I went too early because I was excited.
Yes.
So after that, we had the training from Catholic Social Services.
Oh, so
they teach us everything.
And
But for me, I was excited because I'm seeing things which I have never seen in my life.
Oh, that's so beautiful to be so honest. And it's not just about just thinking that some of these things are free. Like most youth that come here, the kind of life they see on TV about abroad, about Canada, when they come here, they want to live in the first 2 months. You lived it.
Yes.
You enjoyed your paradise.
That's why I see that it's very different. When I started going out, open the bank, I have my checking, saving. Then I was really, this is my money or is someone else's? Then I asked my father, this money is mine or it's not?
Yes.
You know, when you're 18, like the government is, they give you some money to integrate. Like 18, they make you like you are someone who is independent.
You are an adult,
Yes, you are not depending on your
parents anymore.
So now they put some money on my checking.
Wow, when you are looking at it,
I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep that night. I was looking at it online. This is mine.
This is mine.
Then my heart next day told me go and move all the money.
Your heart.
Then my heart told me go to the bank,
take it,
draw everything,
put it on your bed,
just put it in your hand and then check.
Then watch it.
This is yours. In the morning I went to the bank. Then I went to my apartment where we were eating with my family. And I put all the money on my bed.
Oh.
Then I say, from now, God, I don't want to go back to Africa. This is the good food.
Little had you known that life will start.
That's why it was really excited to get that experience.
No, but you lived it. You know, like people miss that part. I like the way you are going from stage to stage. That you enjoyed that part until reality checked in, and then you lived.
Yeah, then after like 1 year, so you are done with the government.
Yes, you are done now.
So
you are
now
on
you're
your
studying
own.
now on your own.
Yes.
Or either you choose to go to Alberta or Alberta Support, which is not the government it's totally different.
Yes.
Then I started looking for a job.
Oh,
I started driving.
that's good.
Ha.
Then you are like,
Started
Then there
paying
is
bills.
no money coming every month now. So you have to depend on yourself, paying your bills.
very good.
Then I say, what is going on in Canada? This is Canada I came from. Oh, it's totally. I started asking myself. Then someone told me, man, you're welcome to Canada now.
Very good.
You're
That
just
is when-
welcome.
That is
You're
when they
just
tell
welcome.
you
But
just
now you didn't know anything.
Yes.
Then it's when I started seeing young people on the street. People are begging on the street. Like that year, the first year,
The first year you didn't
I
see
wasn't seeing
anything.
anything. I was just saying, okay, these people they have money. They just want the extra money.
Yeah.
That's when I see people have depression, dementia, and I say, what is the country I came to? I was shocked,
You were shocked.
surprised.
Oh my.
But the good thing is I was believing in God.
That's very good.
So I trust in God, believe in God.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to go outside.
Wow.
For these young people.
Yes.
For celebration, parties, club.
Yes.
No, for me, I didn't have that time.
Yo.
So from the beginning, I was going to work. After going to work, then I go to church. So I
Awesome.
spent so many days in the church
Wow.
praying to God.
Yes.
Then it's when I went back to and then I get married to Africa.
Wow,
Oh,
you
went back?
actually went to Africa. The
Yes.
Africa that you said the first
Yes.
2 months that you are never
Yes,
going to go
within
there.
1 year
You-
and a couple months.
Your eye clear. And
Then
Nigerian man will
say,
tell you.
the wife is in Africa. He's not in Canada.
Guys, if you just join us, this is Sizwe Podcast. And today, like I said, Patricia and I are privileged to have in our midst Jean Paul.
Yeah.
Jean, I still want you to tell us your last name because it's beautiful.
Mutabazi.
Mutabazi. He's the only child of his dad.
Yeah.
And I like all the stories that he's telling us, that if you are listening to us, we are happy that you got such a handsome young man. And you know why I'm saying that? The age that he came to Canada, with all this experimentation, you have a son. Because most of us didn't have it that way. Like most of us, when we bring our kids here, at that age, it's a battlefield.
Yes, it
It
is.
is a battlefield. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, Patricia, I'm really really
Impressed
impressed. I'm
because
smiling.
At that age,
At that age,
they want to try everything.
everything, including
and they-
everything.
Yeah.
And they try
Including-
everything wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't do the right thing.
Daddy, I want to talk to you. Yes. How did you come out? Besides going to church and praying, what has really hold you, like me looking at you right now?
Yeah. So what happened is that I realized this country has given us too much freedoms.
Yes.
So when I realize it, then I say, if I do one mistake, I'll be in trouble.
Oh,
Yes,
That's what
exactly.
my
how
mom
did you
told
come
me.
by that?
My mom told
I
me
really
like,
want you to
yeah.
look at the mic. Yes, I want you to look at the mic.
So what
And
happened
really,
is
yes.
that my mom, when I arrived here, my mom and dad, they told me, if you want to be the strongest man in this country, you will be. But it's on you. You have to make a good decision in your life.
Wow.
And if you want to
Wow.
be destroyed,
Wow.
it's up to you. There is what my mom used to tell me, that if you go and drunk and you take alcohol, you're not taking alcohol, you're taking demons.
You want to drink demons into your body?
Yes. That's what my mom used to tell me. He said, if you go to club or you go somewhere people are drinking, you're not drinking that water you see. You're drinking demons. So
that
do you want
scares you
demons to
in
be in
your
your body?
body?
So whenever I see someone who is like drinking alcohol, say, do you want your demons to be in your body? They say, what is demons? What are you talking about? My mom told me that if I drink alcohol, demons will come in my body. So I've been getting good parents who are advising me. But also at the same time, I was really a good boy who's listening. And also I was making decisions which will help me in the future. That's when I make a decision. Then I just get married when I was 21 years old.
Yes. So
That's
when
it.
you said
Because
you
I say,
came
if
here,
I be here, the girlfriend will come. Whatever. No. To avoid this,
you
let me get a wife.
Oh my God.
That's it.
Yeah, because
At
I'm
age
looking at
21,
you when you say you came here in 2016
Yeah.
and you're already married.
Two
and-
boys now.
Oh my God. Jean,
Yeah.
I am proud of
Yeah.
you.
So I went to Africa, then I get married. After I sponsored my wife, she's here.
Our
then God has blessed
our
us.
cameraman will kill us right now. But
Yeah.
I really want to know,
Yeah.
Patricia, you have anything else to ask? This is beautiful.
What do you want to know?
I want to know what he's doing with his life right now. Give me 1 minute.
Okay, what I'm doing in my life now, I'm a married man who has 2 boys and 1 wife. And now I open a non-profit organization called Hope in Eza.
You did?
Yes, I have my own organization. So we're just helping newcomers to here in Canada.
Wow.
We are also having orphan school
Here in Uganda. Okay.
where we help those people who are in the refugee camp. So we have now 27 kids.
Hey.
We are taking care for
Wow.
for support materials to go to school, and then we're also ministering here in Edmonton. We've been
Really?
in different states here in Canada, and we also have been in the States ministering. So we're doing great
Oh
things.
my goodness.
But from God, we give glory to God.
Amen.
Yeah.
Patricia.
We are so proud of you.
I am
Okay,
so
thank you.
proud
We
of
are
you.
so proud
You know,
of you.
when I die and I come back, I want to have a smile. But yeah,
By
guys,
God's wish.
yes, thank you so much for giving us this. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more of your story. But you are a testimony, and you are the reason why we will keep on pushing, because you give a lot of us hope that even at age 18, you can still have a son come to Canada and we'll still make it great.
Yeah.
Good job.
John Paul, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for hosting.
Wow.